It adds a valuable layer to an actor's performance. You walk in and you're forced to inhabit the space.
Francisco, what we can do is, you see up there the keystone, do some kind of a crack, not too deep, it's just, you know, the stone just kind of, yeah.
Holger is the person that takes these concepts and creates, you know, real environments out of something that we just talked about.
I really didn't know what to do at the beginning. I knew early drawings and I saw Gothic elements, and I just knew instinctively it's not where I want to go because I've seen it. It is nothing new.
So here I am at the beginning of the quasi-grotto.
What also helped a lot is talking to Mr. Tui. Is he enjoys talking, he enjoys explaining, so that helped me tremendously.
Before, after.
One point it hit me, I said, wait a minute, there is something that I haven't seen in movies. It is very European, the architectural style of Baroque. It happened to fit the necromongers in aesthetics, but also in a certain heaviness.
They're an old civilization, and within the design we see elements that have existed maybe thousands of years before. The basilica is almost like a tomb that carries around the necropolis, which is like a cathedral which has been built possibly thousands of years before.
The most important thing, obviously, was to create a feeling that looks antique, but is not. It reminds you of something that you might have seen, but at the same time it looks strange.
When these guys arrive on the scene, the audience should know that these are the bad guys. They hold a specific style, and we're trying to get a balance between history and science fiction without these guys ending up looking like robots.
The entire movie is created on stage. Everything is built down to the doorknob, which of course is, you know, a slight headache we went through because each piece has to be created. A shape has to be developed, details have to be drawn, construction drawing have to be done, and of course everything has to be built and textured and painted.
And then you give the bronze little edges and stuff, nice and necro. So we're talking like what, 45 minutes drying in the sun? Because we're going to shoot it today, that's the good news.
The building of the sets and doing all of the wardrobe was an enormous undertaking. There are a million moving parts when you build sets this size, and you have to fill them up with people, build wardrobe for them, and you can't pull anything out of stock because they just don't have any necro armor anywhere.
I don't drink wine.
The costumes are extraordinary. You have only to take a glance at Tandy Newton as she passes by in this wonderful metropolis-like Art Deco, elegant, sexy, yet frightening thing.
The intention of Dame Vaca was, you just don't know what it is she's wearing. It's just all of one. And I think that we succeeded, truthfully.
What Ellen wanted to do is show you everything and nothing all at once, which says a lot about Dame Vaca. So the costumes are what she calls mockadile. So it's like skin, incredibly tight, even going right down into my fingers, so you don't know whether it's skin, whether it's like, whether, you know, it's stuck on or what it is.
Riddick is now armored up to take on the greatest of battles.
Every major actor was body cast on the film because these are custom-made armor pieces, and everybody's body is different, everybody's head, shoulder width, size, arm length is all different, so everything is customized.
Don't piss with me, man. I might take a souvenir from you, you know what I'm saying?
The secret is to be able to keep it light enough and believable enough so the actors can wear it. Actually, real armor weighs about 75 pounds. Ours weighs about 28 pounds. We get the maneuverability, we can do stunts, and that the actors can wear it for a reasonable amount of time before we have to pull them out of it.
This is the finale of the film. Alexa's character has transformed from her earlier self into a necro.
I love challenges, and I saw this as a remarkable challenge.
So Vin's traveling, so we'll go in and add all our little bits.
It was a huge film, with endless possibilities for the makeup department.
I think the quasis are probably our wildest look in the film.
Well, you know, I like long walks in the park. You know, I'm looking for that special someone.
The quasis, of course, were pieces covering the complete torso all the way down to the waist, because that's actually the only part we see is from the waist up on the quasis.
We met off the internet.
We had 10 makeup artists for 5 quasis who would take an average of 4 hours to do full body prosthetics. Then they were put in their pods and covered in a sheer sort of gauzy black material that was soaked in a wet goo. So a horribly unpleasant experience for the actors actually doing it, but very effective on camera.
We've entered the Riddick.
Ready, and fire!
It is a theme of design that carries through all the way into their nicely curved pistols and guns. They do have a Baroque feeling. At the same time, they have details of machinery.
Oh, look, it's making noises. I think it's going to explode.
Their ships, their design also has this grade of ornamentation going down to the fighters, which are designed to look almost like hammers and anvils. You know, if they don't shoot something down, they'll ram it. It's just about force.
Their weapons are gravity-based, which is a whole new idea. So they're not ballistic, they're not laser beams, they move gravity, and that's how their ships move, and that's kind of why they are such a powerful, conquering army.
When you think of these necromongers as having projectile weapons, guns and, you know, missiles and what have you, the necromongers still choose to use axes and war picks and daggers. There's a reason for that. They can keep the kill if it's done in hand-to-hand combat. One of the most important things was to try to be original and to try to play with a different spin on mythology.
You keep what you kill.
It's so crazy to create a mythology, because you either take modern day or present day and say, okay, well, here they believe in God or they don't believe in God, or you create a whole new mythology.
You can keep what you kill.
Riddick is up against the might of a new dark mythology and all of the indoctrination that's inherent in that. So it's no small enemy that we give him in this movie.
You keep what you kill.
I just wanted to try to give the audience unexpectedly good characters in a science fiction film.
You keep what you kill. You keep what you kill.